Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, on today's video I'm going to be giving you a list of the horror movies that are going to be released this month, April. So they're going to be six. Four of them are going to be on movie theaters, and two of them are going to be on streaming services that are Netflix and Shudder. Of course, I'm going to be giving you the plot, the date, and where to watch them. Now, a disclaimer, it's that although I am talking about these movies, this does not mean that I'm going to be able to do a review of single one of them. Why? If this is your first video, or in case that you haven't heard it yet, I live in Puerto Rico. I am Puerto Rican. I live in an island on the Caribbean where not all of these movies basically are released, meaning that I need to wait until they are on any streaming service in order for me to watch them. Meaning that maybe it will take me weeks or even months in order to watch them. So sometimes it's been too long, meaning that I will not talk about it, but I will still do a review on my blog and my Letterboxd profile. Both links are down below. So giving a little talk and disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now the first one is coming on April 1st, and it's Morbius. This film has been not once but twice but 7 times already be changed on the date. And seriously, I don't have high hopes for this one. I mean, it didn't do pretty well. I mean, I'm watching it today. It's Thursday. It's supposed to be coming tomorrow, Friday, but I'm watching it today. And by far, from what I have heard, is that it's not good. Well, I'm still gonna watch it, but I don't have high hopes for this one. So this one basically is going to follow the biochemist Michael Morbius, who tries to cure himself of a rare blood disease. But when his experiments go wrong, he inadvertently infects himself with a form of vampirism instead. So now we have Jared Leto once again on these superhero films. He did first Joker on Suicide Squad in 2016, and now it's doing Morbius. Now, Jared Leto as an actor, I don't think that it's precisely his fault being in bad superhero movies. I think that he's not making the right choices, since he has done pretty good work on Wrecking for a Dream or Dallas Buyers Club, are pretty dense films and definitely not horror, but are really good. So those ones are suggestions of mine in case that you're interested in watching more of his work, and even Mr. Nobody. But and even actually now I remembering he's Paul Allen in American Psycho. So if you haven't watched that masterpiece of the early 2000s, you need to watch it now because of Jared Leto. The second one is You Won't Be Alone. This one is also coming on April 1st. Now this one is on the 19th century in Macedonia. A young girl is kidnapped and they transform into a witch by an ancient spirit, and then takes her victim's shape to live in her skin. Her curiosity ignites and she continues to wield his horrific power to understand what it means to be human. Now, I really like the fact that the plot is about a witch on the skin of a human, and not the human becoming the actual witch. If you understand, like, it's a witch inside her, it's another person, not her learning about witchcraft. I think like spice things up a little bit, and I really like that. Now this movie looks really good, but sadly it's not coming to theaters here. So probably you are going to have higher chances of watching it than me, but if you ever had the chance to watch it, I'm going to appreciate if you let me know if this is worth it or not, because for the trailer alone, it looks like it is. Now on April 15, we have 2 releases, and these ones are on the streaming services. Now the first one is The Cellar, that is coming to Shudder. I did the trailer reaction maybe like 3 weeks ago, even less, so I'm going to be leaving it here in case you want to see my full opinion on the movie. This is going to star Alicia Cuthbert once again in horror. She did House of Wax. I love her. Now this film, it's about Kara Wood's daughter that mysteriously vanishes into the cellar of their new house. She soon discovers that there's an ancient and powerful entity controlling their home, and that she will have to face a risk of losing her family's souls forever. I really like the trope of mothers having to look for their children and like going into despair. Now, something that I said on my trailer reaction is that the movie look like pretty early 2000s kind of movie that you watch on the when you're watching a DVD and you know the trailers that they put before the menu of the film, that type of thing. It's pretty bizarre, something very specific, but I understand myself. Now, I know that there's people that have said that the movie looks pretty basic, and kind of is, but something that I stand for is that just because it looks and sounds basic, that doesn't mean that it's bad. Probably that is not going to be the reason here because it definitely looks basic, but I am not mad about it since it looks like the type of movie that I'm going to enjoy. I don't know why something it's telling me that I'm going to enjoy this movie way more than I should and way more than anyone else. We will see. But for now, it's how I stand in my opinion. Now the second movie is Choose or Die, and this one it's coming to Netflix. Now this one I didn't do the reaction of the trailer since basically I didn't knew about this movie until I was doing my research for this video. So sadly I'm not going to be doing that. But basically this movie is going to follow a broke student who in pursuit of an unclaimed 10,000 prize plays an obscure 1980s survival computer game. After a series of unexpectedly terrifying moments, she soon realizes she's no longer playing for the money but for her own life. Now, this one, I don't feel like it's going to be good. I'm not judging a book by its cover, but definitely by the trailer alone, I can sense that this is not going to be a good one. I don't know, maybe the 80s vibes, that can be a good part, but rather from that, I don't think that the movie could be as good. Like Netflix is not always doing good horror movies. Like Fear Street was a good trilogy, at least in my opinion, but they didn't make it. They just bought the rights, so that makes a difference. But when it comes to horror, they're not always like doing right choices. So for this one, I'm gonna say that it's going to be bad. Maybe not that bad, but it's not going to be good. On April 22, we're going to be watching We're All Going to the World's Fair. Now, this one appears as a 2021 movie because it was released on many festivals, including the Sundance Festival on 2021, and it's now that it's coming to the rest of us, to the mortals, to watch it. Now, this one, I am not sure if it's going to be available on a streaming service or on movie theaters because I wasn't able to basically find a specific place that is going to be, but I will let you guys know as the months goes and if I found something. But for now, this movie is coming. Now basically the plot of this one, it's that alone in her attic bedroom, a teenager Cassie becomes immersed in an online role-playing horror game where she begins to document the changes that may or may not be happening to her. Now, I don't know how to feel about this one because it has really good reviews, but I just watched the Bunker game. That was the last week and it was about a role-playing game and it wasn't good. I'm going to believe in the review if you want to watch that. But I don't know how to feel about this one because it kind of looks found footage. I am not the biggest fan of found footage. I can watch it. But like I say, something is telling me that maybe I'm judging it too hard since it has good reviews. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a try, definitely. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this since I don't know where the hell is coming. But as soon as I know, I will let you guys know. And the last one that is coming on April 29 and is Hatchin. This is going to be a Finnish horror movie. I did the reaction to the trailer about 2 months ago. I'm going to be leaving it right here. It's a pretty weird film. Now basically it's about a young gymnastic who tries desperately to please her demanding mother. She discovers a strange egg and she hides it and keeps it warm, but when it hatches, whatever shocks them all. Now something that bothers me a little bit is that the trailer basically is giving us all. The trailer basically, if you watch it like the full version, it's basically her finding the egg and she's taking care of it, and when it comes out it's this type of creature that is going to become her. So she's going to be like a clone but it's like I didn't want it to know that that was like the plot twist about it, so I didn't want it to see it, at least when I was watching the movie. So the movie has been released in Europe. I know that it's being already released, but it's going to be released here on the US on April 29. Here in Puerto Rico, I have no idea, and I'm pretty sure it's not coming. So if for some reason comes to Amazon Prime Video somewhere else that I can watch it, I'm going to be so grateful, because there's something about it that I want to watch it. But like I said, it bothers me a little bit the fact that they gave way too much on the trailer. And you're probably thinking, what the hell did you watch it? Well, because I like doing reactions. So this is a 50-50 situation. But still, I'm going to watch it. But looks interesting, really bizarre, really weird. And the creature looks ugly as hell. Like, it's really, really ugly. Even E.T. can be prettier than that. And E.T. is not precisely a really cute creature. But definitely, if this one I have the chance, I'm going to definitely be watching it. And well, this is all for the list. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know which one are you most excited about watching. Probably for me, it's definitely either The Cellar or Hatchin. The Cellar, definitely my biggest reason here is Alicia Cuthbert, because I love her as an actress. And the list, the one I am expecting the less, or that I am just watching for the sake of work, that is this, it's Morbius. Because if it was for me, I probably would have skipped at least watching it on theaters. But well, here we are. So I'm going to be watching it that today, and that review will be coming tomorrow, April 1st, here on my channel. And the spoiler-free review version is going to be on my blog and my Letterboxd profile. So all the links are down below. And well, I think that this is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.